How's it going? Vlog for October 17th, Monday, 11:56 a.m. And the year is 2022. Man, I think I lost my ferret. Like, I haven't seen him for a few days. Um, I think he may have fallen off my deck. So, it was the one that he's like Ninja Ferret. He climbs all over the place, and he probably jumped up there and just fell off. Figured out a way to get up on my deck, like from my chair. My chair is like not that far, I guess, below the deck and the pot, and maybe he figured out how to jump up. And so I ordered scratch resistant screen for my screen door. For some reason, I didn't even think about it, like that it even existed. Like I was thinking in my head, like Jimmy rigged something, or maybe they sell the metal, and then I remembered. Of course, I've seen that before. It's the plastic screen, but it's a lot thicker. You know, it's not round, but it's like flat, and yeah, something a ferret couldn't bite through. So, because I can't have the door closed, because if the door is closed, then I'd have to have the aircon on, and that's loud as hell. So anyway, I was thinking maybe did a bird get it? You know, because birds have good eyesight. But anyway, so then I was looking all over for the other ferret, and I couldn't find it. And I looked in all the holes and all the cages and stuff, and couldn't find my ferret. And I came back I went to get weed today because I ran out of weed. I went and got like, I need to remember because you get the deals. It's like $55, and I always go in there with like $50. So I need to remember to go in and it's with 60. Got to go in with $60 to get the deals. But this was like 30 or something. I can't remember. 29 bucks. I think this is level 2 or 3. Yeah, but whatever. I'm gonna burn through that fast. It doesn't really get me high. It's 23% THC sativa. But I came back and then I got a Subway, of which I can barely finish with the meal deal. Because I guess I wanted an energy drink, but I'm like to my roommate, I'm like, dude, I think the ferrets are gone because I couldn't find them. But he said he saw it, and then I saw it. So and then I went and I looked in the cage and saw him and grabbed him. He didn't want to come, but I couldn't find the other one. It's only the one. So if it turns out, and he looks all worried. He's like, "Where's my brother?" So I feel kind of stupid. I should have built that scratch free. Because my mom's been yelling at me every day. You're gonna lose your ferret, motherfucker. Don't let those things hang out there. Because I let them hang out in my house. Like I never close the cage ever. Cage is never closed. So I have free roaming ferrets, 100% all the time. Can go anywhere they want, including outside. But the problem is, oops, I can't let them get on the deck. So, anyways, I'll put that screen on. But luckily, I have this one. But hopefully, maybe the other one's just asleep. It was getting kind of skinny. But anyway, last night I was working. I don't know. I was up until like 5, but I was trying to work. But I was getting burnt out. I'm starting to get really burnt out because I've been doing the same thing for like a long time, like more than a month or whatever. And you know, if I work on something for a month, I start to get burnt out. Meaning I can't. It becomes more difficult for me to work solidly throughout the day. I have to take more breaks more often. And when I take a break, it can't be like I don't stretch or clean or go to the gym or anything like that. Like, I mean, maybe I call my mom, but I only go and hang out with my mom once a day. We go on a bike ride or a walk, or I'll help her with something. So, because I just don't. But that's another story. But so I have to like, I don't know, fuck around on the internet. But and my brain's kind of begins to die too. So I can't find as much interesting stuff I can pay attention to. So I need to get done with this motherfucker thing. I mean, I didn't count it. I never count. It's on my website, but for some reason I never counted how many tribes there are. But holy shit, it has to be well over 1,000. So my goal the other day, 2 days ago, was to finish the Americas today. I don't know if I can even do America because it's a lot. I'm on. Where am I? I'm on 41117. So I'm on region number 4, which is, I think, the west. This tribe is just to the left of the Great Salt Lake. The one south of the Great Salt Lake, I think, but or the Great Salt Lake, the one south of it, but the Grouse Creek Indian tribe. So that's the 4 would be the west, but then 1, which is like an Indian tribe, and then 1 after that 1, which is the first Indian tribe of the first type of Indian tribe in the west, and then 17. So the 17th tribe within the first Indian tribe inside the first type of Indian tribe inside of the west is the one that I'm working on now, called the Grouse Creek. 7,543 square kilometers. But yeah, so 4, but there's 9 of them, 9 regions. So it's like, whoa. I've been watching the news, and it looks like shit's hitting the fan, like with America. Looks like I can't remember the numbers, but most of the people who are gonna win in the midterms are people who don't believe that Trump lost the election. So we need to do like a really quick injection of smarts into America, so we don't lose America. So how do you all of a sudden make everybody smart? Yeah, I was gonna talk about the general gist of my site in this video. So like, if you can set up a system, like what, let me just do like a quick steps. So the problem is people are dumb. If we get more smarts, then we're better off. Okay, so you get people smarter by, okay, so reason 1B is educational system is fucked. So how do you fix the situation? We want people to be smart. So how do you make people smart? You have to reward smarts, right? You throw money at it. That's what you do. That's how you do anything, right? Like in the 1930s when we were all having the Depression, and then Roosevelt decided to build a bunch of roads, the highway program. Do you know how we built those roads? By throwing a bunch of money at it. Here, I'll give you another example. In 1969, we landed 2 American men on the moon. You want to know how we did it? By throwing money at it. That's how it happened. What you did is they paid 400,000 people to figure out how to get 2 guys on the moon. So what you do is you throw money at smarts. Isn't that like the most amazing idea you've ever heard in your, like, revolutionary idea that you've ever heard in your entire life? I know what you're thinking. But we have that. It's called schools. But I don't know about that. Are you sure that schools are about smarts? Because I have a college degree. I know what I'm talking about. I was in school until I was 20 fucking 3. Those motherfuckers kept me there for until I was 20 fucking 3. Can you believe it? So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, so if school's obviously about grades, you dumbass, it's about grades. It's not about knowledge. So how do you switch it from grades to knowledge? You have to reward people for disseminating knowledge and for having knowledge. But those are two different things. So you have to have it separate. You have to have it dissemination of knowledge. You have to have it your level of knowledge. You also have to have a PE section that works the same way. Output as well as quality. And it has to be a self-automated system. Anything that has ever worked in the world is automated. Anything that doesn't work is controlled by a lunatic. That's the definition of the difference between a healthy country and a non-healthy country. A healthy country is run by a system, and we're just cogs in that system. We design the system, the republic, write out the Constitution, and then we all follow it. That's America. You have one lunatic dude controlling everything on his whim, Kim Jong-un in North Korea, or Russia with Putin. It's not working so well. So the educational system today is like the Kim Jong-un Putin way. It's all about, if you like, the teacher has all this power, they can straight up kick you out of class if they want. It happened to me. Or just give you D-minuses all the time, which happened to me, just because. So let's make it let's make it a system. Let's make it a republic. Let's write in a constitution. And so when it comes to knowledge, biweekly history test. And you can look up that. I'm not going to talk about that. Output, audiobooks, and then PE is the bike school. Or you can do it. I also have it with all the different kinds of sports. And you throw money at it by getting the rich people to sponsor people. Patron. And then you put their face on your jersey. And then once the rich people run out of money, because they patronized everybody, then you get the government to pay for it. Isn't that badass? Am I a genius or what? I just explained how to fix the world. To recap, you reward people for the work that they do without any overseer, for the reasons that I just said, not to take the power away from the people who just like to insult you. Like, I was thinking about this today. I had this class in college called, it was like integrative learning. It was like first year semester of Fort Lewis College. It was like all those classes together in one class. So you were supposed to know the teachers supposed to know you. These two old ladies. There's one bitch named Doreen Yates. It was Doreen Yates and Lillian Lang. There's one bitch named Doreen Yates. Some hillbilly bitch from who knows where, like New Mexico, retarded bitch. I was like standing around, it was like at the end where trying to decide what classes to take and what to major in for the second semester. And like she didn't like me. Like teachers like to complain that they have hard jobs. They have extremely easy jobs. Because the teacher gets to choose who they pay attention to and who they talk to. And people like me never wanted to waste the time of any teacher. So for me, it was, if every student was like me, teaching's the easiest job ever. So I'm just going to stick to that. It's not even a job. It's like babysitting, easiest job ever. And I go up and I'm like, yeah, do you have some kind of like politics or something? And she goes, this is a liberal arts school. But anyway, I go in the end and I'm like, hey, let's choose my major. Can I do the design your own major thing? And she's like, I have to go. I don't want to talk to you. And she's like, no, no, you don't design your own major. I don't believe in that. All the kids at this school only want to take the easy classes. So if I let you design your own major, you're going to do that. So just choose something. And I don't even want to talk about it. So I chose English, and I should have, but what I should have known, and if you go to college, you have to know this. This is a secret they don't tell you. Because I chose English, there were no classes available to me, because I could only choose something in English to graduate. So when I did summer school twice. I tried to do summer school in full twice, but I could only take one class because it was English. So what I should have said to this piece of shit was, no, I just want to be able to graduate in 4 years. So I just want to be able to take classes and also not be stuck to this little, because all the classes I took were like spelling. It was like I was going through primary school again. Like spelling, because it was English. It was like, but I never was able to write. I chose English because I wanted to write. It was like, let me write. I just want to write. I want to be a writer. But I was never asked to write one thing because I just had to take like all these like classes where you sit around and watch the dude talk about stuff. Like we had, I got my transcript once, but I think I lost it. So I need to go get it again to find out all the classes I took. Because I don't even remember what end of classes I took because I didn't get to choose anything. It was like romantic literature, like something English literature or whatever. The teacher just goes up there and they talk about what they think about some book, and then they tell you have to read this book, like Yeats and Keats, stuff that, and then all the like, I don't even remember the classes because they're like, it was like doing high school again. So what I should have told this piece of shit was, look, I just want to graduate in 4 years, and I want to be able to take a class. Choose a class and take a class that I'm going to learn something from. Oh yeah, I had to take like linguistics from that Lillian Lang bitch again. It was just like, wah, 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 wah. It's ridiculous. Made me never want to fucking read a Wikipedia article about linguistics. But anyway, I could go on forever about that. But like what I should have told that piece of shit was, no, I mean like combine the majors, like English, history, give me the politics, so when I look at the transcript, I can choose that goddamn class and I can take it, and then I can graduate, and I can go to summer school and I could take classes. Because then when I graduated, they didn't want to place me I got kicked out of education, even though I took a whole extra semester of education classes, because I guess the lady I was placed with to do my student teaching, to then get my degree, my license, something came up. That's all they said. So I traveled a couple of years, and then I came back, and then they said they were never going to place me ever now, because I never graduated, because I still have to take a class. Like all of a sudden it was a new rule. So because I took 2 full summer classes, I still couldn't graduate in 4.5 years. Because a piece of shit made me do English. And so, because then they don't design it right. And I tried to fill it up as much as I could. So, yeah, and the fucking president gets like $350,000 a year over there in Fort Lewis. So, I had to take creative writing. I had to pay like $1,000, $800 or something, in like 20 years ago, like CU. So I could, creative writing, so I could finally graduate from Fort Lewis. 2 summer sessions, an extra class just to get an English degree, which nobody even cares about anyway. And I didn't learn anything. I don't remember any class I took. Because this piece of shit told me that I'm not, even she was supposed to know me. She knew me a whole semester. She said they give me that final meeting, and the only thing they said to me, like, none of the teachers ever said anything about me. The only thing they said was, you look bored, you didn't say much. So they're like, well, we're going to give you nothing lower than a B. And I'm like, what? Why would you even give me a B? Like I show up on time every time. I did all of your stupid homework, which you only asked me to do one or two things, and I did it just as well as anybody else. Then I get the grade and it's a C, whatever. Because I get D minuses and Ds all the time. So, so yeah, according to her, I'm not to be trusted. And not just me, but everybody else at the school is not to be trusted. Because we don't want to learn anything. We only want to take the easy classes. So because of that, we must be taught, we must be told what to learn. And so what happens is you're only allowed to take a tiny little minuscule amount of classes that are way below your level, teaching you stuff you already know, and have some guy wobble on about, I don't even remember what I took, some English related shit, like vowels or shit, I don't know, like TEFL, I don't know, like whatever, because they don't trust you to learn, so they don't let you take classes to learn, because you're not trusted to learn, because you don't want to learn. They say you don't want to learn because you only want to take easy class, whatever that means. So you're not allowed to choose any classes to learn. Like, that's insanity. And that's what university is. That's what college, Fort Lewis, that's what college is. But then there's the overhead. Huge overhead. Why so much overhead? Cut off the overhead. Just set up the system. That's what computers are for. People are talking about like AI. We designed the AI computer to design everything in society. Okay, why not design our social society where we just everybody knows what you need to do to get the points. And so that's why I set up that whole system. So it's physical and mental. So there's 4 things: 2 physical, 2 mental. 1 output, 1 talent. So effort, talent, right? So bi-weekly history test for talent. Book reviews, listening to the book and doing the book reviews for output. Physicality, doing your training every day, just putting the hours in and recording it for effort. And then talent, what your levels are. Brilliant. So anyways, I need to finish designing this, and then you'll have it all figured out. But, man, I'm not going to be able to do any writing on my website for a couple of years. But, like, I need to start exercising. I'm going to fall apart physically this year, especially or mentally, if I don't get this shit done, because I need to get to the next level. This has been going on forever. But it's good that I got started on this when I was fresh, funky fresh, but my house is so nice. Like, I'm in such a great situation now. My apartment is so beautiful. I hope my other ferret pops up, but like, this is what it looks like during the day. There's my tortoise. But at night, like, the lights come out. Anyway, my mom just called a couple minutes ago. I had to call her back. Talk to you tomorrow.